Hello pokélovers, it's me and today we are going to be building a deck with the trainer's toolkit. Now I've actually already made a deck with this, but I didn't make a video of it on camera. So yeah, I'm just gonna do it with the process again, like with the same deck. Like I'll just show you what my deck is about and stuff like that. So I already opened the trainer toolkit right here. If you guys haven't watched that video where I unboxed it, the link will be in the description box down below, plus in the iCard right up there. So yeah, let's start. So I've actually already made my deck, so I'm just gonna show you guys that. So this is not what came in it, it's completely different. I just reorganized it and with my stuff. But yeah, so inside the trainer's toolkit, you get this book, which is a deck builder's guide. It shows you how to build a good competitive deck. So we're going to be reading through it because I said in the last video I was going to be doing a flip through, but because I didn't have a lot of space, I couldn't do that flip through. So we're going to be doing it in this video. We're going to read it and then we're going to build a deck. Now I've already built a deck, like I said, so many times already. So we're just going to show you like that how I built my deck. So let's go. So let's start. Deck Builder's Guide. So this one just is like the introduction to the book and how it's like the basics. It's your job to pick up 60 cards that work together, questions. So like it's just the intro. So then next it shows like the first step, which is the first step is to choose the Pokemon to build your deck around. After that, come up with a clear strategy to take advantage of your Pokemon's strengths. From there, you can choose the best cards that help you execute your strategy. So I decided to evolve it around 2 Pokemon. Now I don't know if that's a good thing, but because I only have limited amount of cards to choose from, because I'm not going to go all out and buy like the cards to build the specific deck. So I decided to make it a 2-element type deck. So it's a fire and a metal deck, which I'm looking for my 2 Pokemon I based it around, if I can find it. Okay, so I decided to first make it around my Victini V, which is one of the pulls that I got from my Trainer's Toolkit in the last video. So I decided to make it out of this, but then when I checked on my fire Pokemon, I really have a small amount. So I decided to make it a 2-elemental thing, and I decided to add, I'll make a Duraludon, also another one of my main attackers, so I have 2 of those. I only have 1 copies of like all my Pokemon in the deck because again it's limited, but this deck is actually pretty good. I've beaten all the Battle Academy decks, which is the first Pokemon set I've ever opened, like product. So yeah, I've beaten all the Battle Academy decks with this deck, so I think it's pretty good. It's better than the Battle Academy decks, that's for sure. So I decided to make it a Metal and Fire deck for these 2 particular reasons, because these 2 Pokemon, so yeah. And then I also decided to add all the colorless energy Pokemon because, you know, colorless, normal, basic, so, you know, it doesn't need any specific requirements. So yeah, we found the main attack, like Pokemon based around. If you want to use your deck with evolved Pokemon, remember you have to include their figures. Okay, so just like screenshot it or read it. So it's saying if you want evolution Pokemons, make sure to have, you know, all the evolutions, the basic stage 1, stage 2s, and yeah. So I don't have a lot of evolutions. I only have 1 evolution line, and there's only like 1 copy of it. So like, okay, this is my deck, but it's sleeved in KMC white hyper matte sleeves. Yeah, so that's what these sleeves are. They're actually pretty good. It's really good at shuffling, and yeah, so that's just the sleeves. So I only have 1 evolution line in this deck because I don't have a lot of evolution lines in fire, metal, or colorless. So I only have 1 evolution line, and there's only like 1 copy of it. I just added in there because I need more Pokemon, so yeah. So it's pretty much the evolution line of Litwick. Now, I don't know if there's a stage 2 of it, but I have Litwick here and a Lampent, so that's my evolution line. Of course, you don't have to have evolution line. You can just make it all basic Pokemon if you'd like. It really depends on you. But yeah, I just needed more Pokemon, so I added that fire evolution in it. So building the basics. So there you go. Here's an example of a popular deck. So you can there. Yeah, as a League Battle deck, which can be found as a Pokemon TCG League Battle deck. So yeah, so pretty much it just says the name of the card, the set it's in, and how many copies of the card are in the deck. So there it is. You can check that out. And then while it might be surprising to see so many trainers cards, so pretty much energy, so just screenshot and read it. So it's pretty much like the basis of your deck. Trainers are very important. So playing this deck, I want to call it, yeah, so you can, you know, screenshot that and read it, and then you can read that too. Okay, so improving this deck. Of course, you can actually also use this trainer's toolkit. Besides building a deck from scratch, which is what I did, you can also use this trainer's toolkit to improve theme decks, which, if you guys don't know what theme decks are, they're fully built decks. They're pretty average. They're not that competitive. So if you want to make a theme deck competitive, the best way to start is using the trainer's toolkit. So that's what they mean by improving this deck. You can obviously improve it any deck. You can make you can improve theme decks, make one from scratch like what I did. So yeah, it's pretty cool. So yeah, they're talking, you can read that. The good thing is, so in the trainer's toolkit, they can include 2 Dedenes, which are very good and playable cards. I personally did not add it because I don't think I should add a lightning Pokemon to a fire and metal energy. That's just my opinion, because when I tried playing this, I first added it to my deck because Dedenne is a very nice card. But then when I was play testing it and stuff, it wasn't very helpful in my fire and metal deck. So I decided to take Dedenne out. But of course, it can be useful in other things. So yeah. So that's the result deck, the improved version. Let's see. There you go. They explain what a standard expanded is. And then this is the trainer toolkit checklist. This include these cards right here are what is included in the trainer's toolkit. So you can see for yourself all the cards that are included. So yeah, you can choose which ones out of these to add to your decks. I've added a lot of these to my decks. So for the trainer cards, I added Boss's Orders, which helps you switch your opponent's active with one of their bench that you could choose. Energy Spinner is to get more energies from your deck and then shuffle. Evolution Incense is pretty much helping you get more evolution Pokemon. But I didn't add it to my deck because I only have one evolution line, so that's just pretty much a waste. Fire Crystal I added, of course, because I have a fire type deck. So it is to get 3 fire energies from your discard pile and add it to your hand. Giant Hearth is a stadium card for fire element. Let me just show you what I got. But pretty much, so it says the checklist here. There it is. These are the cards included in the trainer's toolkit. Besides the amount of energies, there's so many energy cards. There's 10 minimum for all the energy cards. Yeah, the art is pretty much all Sword and Shield art. So you can't find any other type of arts besides Sword and Shield, which that just means this kind of art looking thing. So yeah, let me just show you what my deck consists of. Let me just organize these and I'll be right back. So I finished sorting out my cards in my deck. So hold on. So first I have my Pokemon. I sorted out by the element. So my main attacker for the fire is Victini V, mostly because of the energy burst. For 2 fire energy, this attack does 30 damage for each energy attached to both active Pokemon. So this, with the 2 fire energies, this is pretty much the basis of 60, and I can add more to this and strengthen it up, so that's pretty nice. So then the secondary attacker for the fire one is Sizzlipede. Relentless Flames, the Popcorn until I get tails. It isn't the best secondary, but this is the secondary for the fire element, not basically for the deck. And then the evolution line, you guys have seen this. We have Litwick and Lampent. Now for the metal, the main attacker is Duraldon, Power Beam for 110. And then this is the secondary attacker for the metal one, Galarian Mouth. That's literally all of the metal Pokemon that I have. There's also some other metal Pokemon and fire ones that I have that are evolutions, but I don't have the basics of them, so I can't add them to the deck. Now for the color list, we have Alucha. This isn't really a main attacker. It's pretty much like the secondary one. It's really nice because for 1 energy it does 30, and it has it's a decent health amount. And then we have Wooloo, another secondary. Spearow is like the last kind of resort. Litwick is also the last one. So like if all the secondary failed, then well, that's like the last one. So now for all the trainers, first we have the Stadium's Giant Hearth. Once during each player's turn, that player may discard a card from their hand. If they do, that player searches their deck for up to 2 fire energy cards, reveals them, and puts them into their deck. Then that player shuffles their deck. So this one is nice for like in case I need some energies for Victini, or if I want to add more to Victini, etc., etc. It's really nice. And then for next is supporters. So there are 2 copies of Giant Hearth. Next, we have 2 copies of Mallow and Lana, which you can switch your active with your bench. And once we do, we can heal the actives that we switch to the bench with 120 damage. Which is really nice because usually that's a nice card to have when, like, for example, my main attacker is a really low on health. I can switch it up, heal them. And if I have Switch, which is another trainer I can switch it back up and then attack, which is really nice. And then I have 2 copies of Professor's Research. Discard your hand and draw 7 cards. This one is really nice, especially if I want to get, maybe if I need some Pokemon or something like that. And yeah, it's really nice. Next, we have Boss's Orders. I have 2 copies of Boss's Orders. Switch one of your opponent's bench Pokemon with their active. In case like they have a beefed up like Pokemon, I can switch it with a very weak one. Knock it out, get a prize card. It's really nice. And then we have 2 copies of Marnie's. Each player shuffles their hand and puts it in the bottom of their deck. If either player puts any cards on the bottom of the deck, this way you draw 5 cards and your opponent draws 7 cards. This one is really nice in case, like, again, I want to reset or I want to reset my opponents, you know. Next is Welder. Attach up to 2 fire energy cards from your hand to one of your Pokemon. If you do draw 3 cards, this one is really nice with, like, in case we have Professor's Research. If we discard a hand and we get a Welder, and like a Fire Crystal, we do Fire Crystal, if we have 3 fire energies, we can take it from the discard pile, use this, attach, and then like draw a card. It's really nice, or in case like I just have 2 fire energies, I want to attach it, do this, and I already draw 3 cards. Yeah. To one of my Pokemon, I can do it to like a Victini, power up. It's really nice. I don't know if you guys understand my strategy of this deck, but oh well. Next is Quick Ball, 2 copies of this. You can play this card only if you discard another card from your hand. Search your deck for up to basic, reveal it, and put it into your hand, then shuffle your deck. This one is nice to get like a attacker or like a secondary Pokemon out on the bench or field, you know. Pokemon Communication, reveal a Pokemon from your hand and put it into your deck. If you do search your deck for a Pokemon, reveal it and put it into your hand, then shuffle your deck. This one is nice in case I have like a last resort, like a Litwick or a Lampent that I can't use, or like a Spearow. I'm pretty sure we can like put it back in the deck and like get it on a one that I can use better, you know, like my main attacker or secondary or one of those. This is the switch card that I talked about earlier. Switch your active Pokemon with one of your bench Pokemon. This one's definitely nice so that maybe I can like beef up my active Pokemon on bench. Use switch it up, attack, and yeah, boom to go. It's really nice. Full heal. Now this one is your active Pokemon recovers from all special conditions like poison, burned, paralyzed, confused, you know, those ones. And I only have 1 copy of this, but I want to have more copies of that because it might be useful. That one I actually got in a booster pack, so yeah. Reset Stamp. Your opponent shuffles their hand into their deck and draws a card for each of the remaining prize cards. This one is nice to reset your opponent's hand. 2 copies of that. 2 copies of Energy Spinner as well. Search your deck for a basic energy card, reveal it, and put it into your hand. If you go second and it's your first turn, search for up to 3 basic energy cards instead of one, then shuffle your deck. If I draw this in my first hand, like the first set of 7 cards, and I win the coin flip, I will choose to go second so that I can maximize the use and get 3 basic energies, which is nice because all the energies that are in this deck are all basic. I have no special energies. So yeah. We have 2 metal saucers. Attach a metal card from your discard pile to one of your bench Pokemon. This one is nice. My plan is for like if I have a Duraludon on bench and I like discard, I can use it, beef it up, get the metals going and, get ready. We got 2 copies of Fire Crystal. Put 3 fire energy cards from your discard pile into your hand. And then we have 2 copies of Vitality Band. The attacks of the Pokemon discard is attached to do 10 more damage to your Pokemon's active Pokemon. 2 copies, one for my Victini and one for my Duraludon. Next, you have Burning Scarf. This is another one that I pulled from a booster pack. This was not included in the Trainer's Toolkit. So, if the Fire Pokemon discard is attached to is in the active spot and is damaged or knocked out, the attacking Pokemon is now burned. I'm pretty much doing this for like a Victini or one of my fire Pokemon that's on scene, on like the active spot. So then for energies, I have 10 copies of the metal energy and then 11 copies of the fire energy. It's uneven, but I mainly add a little more fire energies because Victini is more my type of attacker instead of Duraludon. They're both main, but I personally prefer Victini a bit more. So yeah. So these are like the rest of the cards that I have remaining. They're mostly energies. Like they have energy of all the types, which is pretty cool. They're all the same art though, so you can't really have any variation of art style. They're all Sword and Shield. So these ones are the Pokemon that I had chosen from is pretty much all the booster packs. The cards that were included in the trainer toolkit is energies and pretty much some good trainers plus some special energies like a twin energy and stuff. All the Pokemon that I have in my deck were all from booster packs, so I can't really guarantee you will get them in when you buy your trainer's toolkit. So it pretty much depends all on you. So there is my deck. I'm planning to make another deck with the theme deck because I bought a Pikachu and Eevee Let's Play theme deck. It is on its way. It will arrive soon, and I'm planning to maybe try my best to improve the deck, even though everything is already like pretty much the good cards are all in my Victini and Duraludon deck. We're going to see and hope that we can make a good deck with either my Eevee and Pikachu, which we don't need the Pokemon, we just need the trainers, good trainers. So we'll see. I'll definitely make a video of that in the future when I get the Eevee and Pikachu one. I'll also make a review video. And yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed. Now, this is to subscribe. This is a video you could rent to watch. And over here is a video. This is my most recent. This is the Trainer's Toolkit video. Yeah, this is the video where I unboxed my Trainer's Toolkit and reviewed it. So yeah, you go watch that, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.